He looked me dead in the face, with actual tears in his eyes, and he called it a mistake. Not the text messages, not the lies, not the months he spent cheating on me. The entire affair, a mistake. I want to sit with that word for a moment. I want to pull it apart and examine it under a harsh light. Because I think that word, mistake, does something very specific, very deliberate, and very dangerous to a woman when she hears it after infidelity. When a man looks at the devastation he caused, looks at the trust he shattered, looks at the betrayal sitting between you like broken glass, and calls it a mistake, it changes your reality. It makes the conversation smaller than it needs to be. It shrinks months of deception, emotional cheating, and lies into something that sounds accidental, something human, something forgivable. He said it quietly. His eyes stayed on the floor. His hands were clasped together, and there was real emotion on his face. I don't doubt that for a second. And part of me, the part that had loved this man for years, wanted that word to be true so badly. Because if it was a mistake, I knew what to do with it. We all have a map for mistakes. Mistakes are human. Mistakes are forgivable. But the moment you say the words out loud, he cheated on me. He lied to me. He chose someone else while coming home to me every night. That's when the whole floor changes. Because cheating isn't a moment. Infidelity isn't a moment. Relationship betrayal isn't a moment. They're a series of choices. It wasn't a mistake, not even close. I'm Cindra Noir. This is my real story. Let me break this down carefully, because I think you need to hear this the same way I eventually needed to hear it. A mistake is a single moment. One brief lapse, one thing that happened differently than your brain intended. When you make a mistake, the immediate reaction is correction. You realize it, you fix it, you move on. What he did was not a moment. What he did was a heavily calculated sequence of decisions. He made a decision. The first time he typed out a text to her that he knew he could never show me. That was a choice, not a moment of weakness. A choice. He made a decision when he went back into his phone and deleted the thread so I wouldn't see it. A cover requires intent. An intent is the exact opposite of a mistake. You do not accidentally cover your tracks. He made a decision the first time it went further. He was driving his car. He was at an exit ramp. A clear, visible exit ramp that leads back to his real life, his real home, and the woman who loved him. He saw the exit, and he pressed his foot on the gas and drove right past it. He made a decision. Every single day he came home from being with her. walked through our front door, set his keys on the counter, looked me dead in the face, and said absolutely nothing. A lie repeated deliberately, every single day over weeks, possibly months. Maybe you've lived this week too. The week where everything looked normal from the outside, where he kissed you goodbye in the morning, texted you at 2 p.m., "I love you," and you had no idea yet. That is who someone was for a specific period of time, when they genuinely believed the consequences were manageable. Here's what the word mistake did to me when he said it. When he cried and begged and called it a mistake, I felt something I didn't have the language for at the time. It wasn't relief. It wasn't anger exactly. It was the feeling of being handed a door that doesn't open all the way. Because part of me desperately wanted to take it. I wanted the framing. I wanted the permission to file this massive, life-altering trauma away under. Something that just happened to us, rather than something he actively chose to do to me. Because if it was something that just happened, there was a way through it. Time plus effort plus couples therapy plus forgiveness equals survivable. And I think a staggering number of women in that exact position take the word. Not because we are stupid, not because we are blind. We take it because the alternative is terrifying. The alternative is accepting that the person you gave years of your life to made deliberate, repeated choices to betray you, and then came home, smiled, and asked you how your day was. That is a completely different category of pain. I remember it was a Thursday, November 6, 47 in the evening. I was making dinner when his name lit up my phone. "Heading home soon, love you." I remember smiling at that message. I remember feeling grateful. I had no idea that at 6:47 on a Thursday in November, I was already living inside a lie he had built around me like walls. That's what nobody tells you about discovering he cheated on you. It isn't just the future that breaks. It's every quiet, ordinary moment you thought was real. A mistake you can metabolize, but a choice, a sustained, calculated series of choices that requires a completely different process. It requires you to go back through everything, every trip he took, every late night at the office, every unexplained charge, every explanation that made just enough sense at the time. You have to go back and reread all of it with this devastating new information. And that rereading is its own unique category of loss. Because you realize, sitting alone in the dark, you are not just losing the future you planned. You are losing the version of the past you thought you were living. Anyone who has discovered an affair or uncovered years of infidelity knows exactly what I mean. The memories literally change shape when you look at them with clarity. What you thought was a quiet, peaceful Tuesday evening on the couch was actually a Tuesday where he was maintaining a lie, texting her under the table. And you just didn't know it yet. You lose both versions of the story at the exact same time. And the word mistake was trying to protect him from watching you go through that horrific realization. It was not trying to protect you from anything. I let the word live in my house for a while. Not because I fully believed it. Somewhere deep in my gut, in that quiet place where women know the truth, I knew from the very beginning it was the wrong word. But I was so incredibly tired, and letting it stand was quieter than fighting it. And sometimes, when you are in that much pain, quiet feels like what you need, even when you know it is not what you deserve. So mistake moved in with us. It sat at the dinner table. It slept between us in bed. It reframed the story. It gave what happened clean, manageable edges. But here is what happens when you let a wrong word live in your house. It doesn't fix anything. It just delays everything. Because when a massive betrayal gets labeled a mistake, there is absolutely no pressure to actually understand it. Mistake forcefully closes that conversation before it even starts. It prevents you from asking questions or understanding the real reasons behind the cheating. It says, this was an anomaly. It meant nothing. Can we please just move forward? What it doesn't say is, here is the ugly truth of who I was in those months. Here is the deficit in my character. Here is what you actually need to know, so you can make a fully informed decision about whether you even want to stay. We never had that conversation because he called it a mistake. Women ask me all the time how I got through it, how I survived the discovery, how I eventually stopped being completely hollowed out by the memory of him. And the honest, simple answer is this. I stopped letting the wrong word do the heavy lifting of the real conversation. He called it a mistake. For a long, painful time, I let that live. And then one day, I woke up, and I called it exactly what it was. A choice. Made over and over and over again. At every single exit ramp. Past every single opportunity to stop. Past every single night he came home to me, looked in my eyes, and said nothing. Once I gave the betrayal its real name, I immediately stopped trying to forgive something that didn't even belong in the category of forgiveness. I stopped measuring my own healing and my own worth against a fake story that was built entirely to protect him. I started asking what I actually wanted, who I actually was, what I would choose if I was finally choosing from a place of crystal clarity instead of a place of blinding pain. The answer came slowly. It didn't happen overnight, but it came. He sat at that table with tears in his eyes, and he called it a mistake. The only real mistake I made in that entire relationship was letting that word have a key to my house for as long as it did. If you are in that exact position right now, drop the word "he called it" in the comments. I want to hear how many of us were handed the wrong word. This space is yours. Healing after betrayal doesn't start with forgiveness. It starts with the right word. I'm Cindra Noir. And this is my story. Come heal with me. Come heal with me.